Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind? Hey,
Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your topic, sir? You ready to go, Jen? You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your
Say
mind?
what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind? Hey.
You know you love me. Hey y'all, and welcome back to Beyond the Gates Unlocked, and thank you so much for joining me here over on the So What You Think channel. Well, we like to know what you think, and therefore we encourage you to get down into the comment section so that you can become a gatekeeper. That's how you make it official over here. We call ourselves the gatekeepers because, baby, we every Monday through Friday we over here acting like we are getting paid to give all the tea that happens over here. Anything that moves, we talk about it. So come be a gatekeeper too. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go on and do so because you know you love me. So you might as well come on and make it official. I don't know what you waiting on. Y'all just want to keep going together. I'm too old to be going, folks. I need official stuff at this big age. At this big age, I need stuff that is, bona fide, qualified, So just go on and make it official. Now, after we share a few laughs about the day's show, we like to dig in deeper and take what we call a deeper dive into the storylines and characters. And that way we can also share our suspicions and theories about what we think is about to happen, or just adding our 2 cents in where nobody asked us, our unsolicited testimonial, if you will. Let's see. You want to help keep the channel growing, so I already said, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't yet. And we are serious about the like button over here, so much so that we have named ourselves an officer of the like button, who is Miss Belinda Hill. And Miss Belinda Hill has the power to pull us over. So if you look up and see her in the rearview mirror, baby, you better know you better get to hitting that like button.
Hey, you, hit the like button.
I got to honor Miss J because she's at work and she be stopping, taking a minute to chat with us, but she wants y'all to know that she know that poison is going to show up in that blood test. I was thinking the same thing, girl. I saw some other people saying it too online, and I do hope so. But she got to save her daddy life pronto. So go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. Also, we have some wonderful mods over here, and our own Tony Lynn and Raven Maniac 1. And also we have Miss Belinda Hill and Elaine T, all part of the team making things fun and family-like over here. So say hello to everybody, if you will. Hey, y'all. Hey, Mod Squad. Although one of our Mod Squatters, she ain't think about us today, baby. She's somewhere laying and having fun in the sun, having herself a good time, celebrating her anniversary. And we do hope that you are having a good time, even though she says she might have to tip and see what we talking about tomorrow. Because tomorrow, we got things planned. Oh, I forgot to upload that thing. Shoot. I'll do it while I do this here because I don't want to forget it. I don't want to forget it. KB, girl, you supposed to have your tail somewhere doing something else. What is you doing over here? We glad to see you though, sis. We are glad to see you though, sis, all the way over in the islands, don't you know? All right, let me upload this picture, so that I can tell you guys about what's going down tomorrow. We got a jam-packed day tomorrow. We most certainly do. I just want y'all to know that. Let's see, where is this picture? Wow, is the picture? Oh, is that it? Wait, I see one of the pictures, but I'm not sure that's the one I wanted to upload. So give me a second, please. Let me go back to my Canva right quick, y'all. All right. Y'all chat it up amongst yourselves down there. Give me a second so that I can upload this thing and tell you guys about what's going on tomorrow. And then I can look down here and see who's down here typing in these comments. But do me a favor, hold on for a second. Okay. Thank you guys for holding. Let me stop this from playing. I found what I needed. Now I just need to upload it. So give me a second to do that. Please. Yard. Boom. Let me turn it. Let me mute you guys again because it's going to make a noise if I do it without muting. All right, I'm all done. Got everything done. Thank you guys for holding for me. Let me take this picture down. Okay. All right. So we're all set to get started. All right. So let me see who all is down here typing in the doggone comment.
Who's that typing in the comments?
Well, I'll tell you who's typing in the comments. Hold on. Now, why is this down here? Get off the stage. It's got two of me on the stage and it ain't supposed to be. I know I closed that out. Hold on. Now, why do stuff got to be doing what it want to do every time I get ready to go live? Let's see. Let me close up. Okay, that's closed. So I don't know why that's still there. Why is it still there? All right. Anyway, let's see who's typing down here in the comments. Maybe eventually. There he is. I fell off. It had me up here twice, which was going to cause a lot of echoing and whatnot. Bilo Didi is in the house, and she says, "Hey, gatekeepers, Miss Jan and Maz, and hello to you too." Bobby Wobby is also checked in. Said, "Can Haley and Randy take a break from saying 'cuz' so much like they some Crips?" I don't think so. They the Crips and Blues. I'm so sorry. I'm having trouble buying into Gangas or Gangsta Haley. Danny will swat her like a fly with those bird legs. You know what now? Don't y'all be talking about people's legs. Y'all know be the one time somebody be done checked in. Although I had almost said it, but I don't want to be saying. But listen, y'all hush now, because I can't talk about nobody nothing. I can't. Is Naomi going to miscarry from, well, I don't know if we can say that word, from eating part of that cupcake? I don't know. But Bobby Wobbly's in the house. Raven Maniac says, hello, fellow gatekeepers, Miss Jen and Ms. B and Mod Squad. I'm over here in the gallery, patient and poignantly pondering the events of the day. Can't wait to sip on some hot tea. Somebody send Linda a message. I don't know where she is. Doris C says, hola, 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 gatekeepers. Tony Lynn says, hey, Tony. He says, greetings, salutations, gatekeepers, Mod Squad, Miss Jen. Hoping you all having a wonderful day so far and wishing you all a magnificent day, afternoon, evening, night, and weekend to come. He's always got us covered with positivity. Thank you so much. Miss Belinda Hill is in the house. Says, good evening, Miss Jen, Tony Lynn, Elaine T, Gatekeepers, Mod Squad. And of course, I hit the like button on the way in. She's the trendsetter on that. She's the waymaker on that. So why wouldn't she? Let's see. Bobby Wobby, we already covered. Raven Maniac. Miss Lil is in the house. Hey, Miss Lil, how are you today? She's hit us with our hashtag, and we thank you so much for that. Frank G. Life is also in the house. Good evening, Miss Jen, Gatekeepers and Mods. And good evening to you too. Rhonda Reed says, hello, everyone. Hey, Rhonda. Jazzy Poetess 1 also says, hello, Miss Jen and Gatekeepers, and hello to you. Let's see. Miss J says that she's at work, but hey, she had to get in her 2 cents about what she thought was going on. We read that before. Excuse me. Bilo Didi wants to remind you that you could consider joining the membership. The membership did some voting yesterday. They did all the voting for you guys because only the membership got to have a say in what's happening tomorrow afternoon. So there will be 2 lives tomorrow because I think it might be too much to do in one live tomorrow. So there'll be an early day live and we'll take care of something and I'll tell you about that at the end. KB Mommy says, hey, gatekeepers. Girl, enjoy that fun in the sun. Redhead Cat says, hello, Miss Jen, mods and gatekeepers. Hello to you too. And Kelly S says, good evening, everyone, and good evening to you too. Bilo Didi says we're leaving in the morning, going on a cruise. I just found out about 30 minutes ago. I have to give you ladies the details later. Oh, so you thought you were leaving today and now you're leaving tomorrow. Oh, how very, very nice. Blatant Truth has checked in. Hey, Blatant Truth, and says hello, everyone. Let's see. Got Belinda Hill, got Kelly. Veronica Morin has checked in and says, I haven't watched today's show. That's all right. We watched it for you. And you can just watch it again later. JB2395 also says hello. Hello to you too. All right, so that's who we had to check in down in the comments. So let's move on and get to unlock these gates, honey, because they did continue on the story of Haley and Bill and them. Hey, Lulu. Haley and Bill and them. And you know I want to know what had happened was. I do. I really do. Okay, so let me get over here and let y'all know what happened. Hey, Lulu, let me put your comment up too. Hey, Lulu. All right, so let's see what had happened and unlock these gates and find out what happened. Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. All right, I did miss a picture, but I'll just use another one that's in here. Overlays or graphics on top. Okay, I know. No. Let me see something else they did today. I just want to press on it. Teleprompter. Oh, okay. So now we have a daily prompter. So I might not have to bring my notes over here anymore. I can type it all into here. And then let me see how it works, though. All right, so you press play. Oh, this is really nice. Oh, ooh. Now what's this over here for? Oh, okay, makes it bigger or smaller. Now what's this? Only visible to you. Do y'all see that on the screen? No, you don't. Oh, it says it's only visible to me. Okay. All right, well, that's cool. That's good to know they got that. Come on then, stream y'all, do something new. Why don't you? All right, I approve of that. Jasmine Williams, hey girl. All right, so let's get started and see what happened. Now, I know that the same person who was writing in second chair today also wrote today on the show, along with Sarah. Was it Sarah? I forgot their names, and Lynn. I think it's Sarah and Lynn. But I do know Fido did the directing today. So Fido Xavier, the director that we interviewed over here, is the director today. And we enjoyed the directing. You know we partial though. We are, at least I am. I don't know if y'all are, but I am. Okay. All right. So Haley is checking in on a shipment on the phone, which is really that stuff that she ordered for Randy to find to get for Bill. And she's experimenting with a little recipe of her own, she said. Because you know this girl so doggone eager. She just eager. She's like, I ain't got 1, 2, 3 days, baby. I need to get to the bag. You know what, Haley? Girl, and she wearing black. She wearing her with a spider outfit. That it's a spider. I mean, girl, Haley, it's gonna take me some time, girl. I mean, I knew you were no good, but girl, I ain't know you was no good. You know. Mm, mm, mm. Anyway, she says she experimented with a little recipe of her own. You know, sidebar. No wonder you ain't had time to fix this house up and you ain't care. Because you wanted to stay up in it no way, sis. This house looked just like what it is. It looked just like what it is. Just a pit stop on to the way to something else. She said she was planning a party. This is what she on the phone telling Randy, because I know that's what it is. She said that wig is giving Elvira. You know what below did it is? Elvira. Elvira. It is. So anyway, she on the phone gossiping with Randy about what she about to do. And she's like, yeah, I done made me a little recipe. I ain't got time to be waiting on you in case your stuff get held up in the shipment and it don't get here in time. Okay. She says, but listen, it's gonna be a B-day that he won't forget. Well, how he gonna remember it according to what you doing? He wouldn't know nothing. Because you trying to send him to the sweet by and by, sis. With your no good self. Now Jacob has planned a spa day for Naomi, but she's got B-day plans with her dad. So she ain't got time for all that. She's like, you go ahead and good time. He was like, no, baby, I was trying to do it for you. And then she was like, you know what? You trying to make me feel bad about this rabbit test that we done failed up in here, but I want to be left alone about it. Because she's like, which I see what she's saying. Jacob, now you is giving her the soft sell. Jacob, you is. You like, I'm gonna give you something to make you feel better. You ain't trying to support what she talking about. I mean, probably you want to, but in the back of your heart, this ain't what you want, Jacob. You signed up for one thing, and then when it came up, you was like, oh, I want to keep it, and she like, and not, even though I think she gonna keep it though. Scaly Shamilton's impatient cupcake concoction hopefully might get picked up in the blood test. Yeah, it might, because she sure enough did eat a little piece. Just a little bit. It was in her mouth. So it's going to be in because the tongue is where they put medicine sort of absorb straight into your bloodstream. So, yeah, if it don't pick up, then it's something wrong. Okay. Now, Smitty on the phone, tipping around, trying to make phone calls, just whispering the can on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Wait. All right, then I want you to do this. Wait, hold on. He over there trying to make these plans. And I really doesn't care. He'll order some food. He want Martin to go get it. They reminisce. Okay, and that's what happened. Pamela's back. Pamela is back. And Pamela, darling, is in there talking to Danny about what they need to do after they done left the gym. She like, girl, I'm tired. Pamela lost her a couple pounds, honey. Pamela lost her a couple pounds. She did. Not that she was heavy before, but Pamela done slimmed down. Pamela like, my ex-husband on here, I'm about to come on here. Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to show up fine for your ex. Don't tell no lie. You know you is. You already know y'all. Okay? But anyway, she's over there. She's like, girl, we done worked out. Now I'm tired. They drinking up some concoction that Danny had made up. And she's like, girl, you need to sell this. This tastes pretty good. I'm like, okay, yeah. But those concoctions do be tasting good, though. When you put together the apples and the kale, a little ginger, it be tasting all right. It did. But anyway, as they're chatting, they hear some rummaging up the stairs with all this screaming and carrying. Oh my God! So Chelsea up there hysterical, talking about call 911. And they're like, call 911 for what? She's like, oh my God, you've been robbed. And I wrote down, I bet you her mama done took some stuff out that closet for Andre. And for her, it's all that designer stuff. And she like, OMG, where's that? I know that's what it was. Well, let me see and make sure I'm in the right place. Okay, so back at Orphe Jeans, that little light skinned Usher Raymond got Samantha feeling some kind of way because she texted him and he ain't texting back. Girl, don't you know this the oldest game in the world? This little boy just done, somebody just done taught this little boy the game early, girl. This what little boys do. You know, they blow hot, they blow cold. They blow hot, they blow cold because they know that you're trying to chase down the blow hot again, you know. And then you're going to mess around and be done something you ain't mean to do trying to chase him down. So your mama done told you to sit down somewhere. And I hope you'll listen. But she was like, no, I think I know how to get what I want to get. I'm like, okay, then, girl. But she's telling her mama about it, you know, so whatever. Okay, so Jacob and Naomi are still talking and she giving him a piece of her mind because she don't want no baby. And she not about to have him trying to prod her into a child either. But, you know, like I said, he's trying, but he's trying to act like it. Now, I think he want to stick to his promise to, you know, not push her up on her for kids and understand that she don't want kids. But I think now that it's come up, Jacob realizes that he wouldn't mind a little Jacob. He wouldn't mind having a family. You know, sometimes you promise on stuff not knowing what it's going to be later on down the line. And I think this is what's happened with Jacob, you know. But she says she ain't about to change her mind. And don't even talk to, she said, mm-mm. She said, but I did talk to my mama and I was hoping that it would change my mind. I was hoping it would give me a little inkling of wanting to be a mother, but it did not work. It failed. I don't want no children. But I think thou dost protest too much. I think that she's in fear of why she don't want to have kids. I don't really know that I buy at this point that she doesn't want kids because she thinks that, is that a new thing happening? Hold on. Okay, I'll see in a second. Because I hope that's okay. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but I hope StreamYard is doing that because it makes it easier to find what picture is on. So we're gonna see in a second. Anyway, all she wants is the promise that he made her to love her, and she don't want no baby. Okay, girl. But like I said, I think Douse does protest too much. I think that Naomi is afraid to have a child because of what she's seen happen with marriages in her family. And not so much that she don't want one, but we, you know, I hope they're right and that I ain't. So, you know, I'm prepared to be wrong on that. But I just hope that she doesn't have it, you know, go forward with having it and then something happened to Jacob. Because they've been setting Jacob up to get in trouble at work since the very beginning because Jacob be in everybody's business. And if Jacob don't learn how to mind his business, Jacob could be going to sleep with the fishes. If you think about it, he in his daddy business, he in Marcel business, he in Joey business, he in Martin business, he in too much business. Now Haley wants to pull Bill away just to herself. Just you and me, not a crowd, Bill, because it'd be too many witnesses if something should go wrong. She wants to know, what did Danny do for you before? I'm sure it was something big, huh? And Bill has to assure her again that she will do a good job, even though Bill know good and doggone well that he know this child ain't about to throw him nothing that he won't. You know, I'll come back around to that later because she done proved it to me 10 minutes later. But anyway, he said, I'm sure you're going to do a good job. And then this girl had the nerve to be hinting about him going to the sweet by and by. And he don't even know that's what she was talking about. You don't even know that's what she's talking about. You don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know. Yeah, I thought it was cute too, Jasmine, when she was being such an over-the-top drama queen. Some people was like, oh, that was terrible acting. I'm like, okay, so she hasn't acted the whole show that way. Okay, she was being over the top. And I thought that's the first time I ever seen Chelsea. Okay, I think that's down here, but that's the first time I ever seen Chelsea throw a tantrum, if you will, show a little bit of her catness, you know. First time you and Kat was matching as relatives, girl. I was about to say as sisters, but they not sisters. So that's, yeah, I guess I'm wrong about that. Anyway, Haley, you on my nerve today, girl. You on my nerve today. Now, Danny done got rid of the stuff that Chelsea, and Chelsea's mad about it. This was a cute outfit that Chelsea had on. I'm sorry that my camera didn't even capture the colors as beautiful as they were, but this was a gorgeous outfit. I really love these colors together. This person who dresses these folks be doing her thing. She do. We ain't gonna say she ain't when she do. Okay. Now, she's like, Mom, what happened to all those vintage clothes that you had, all that cool stuff you had, and the stuff that you. And then Danny gonna say that she had donated it. Not Danny, not Danny, not Danny, not Danny. I would not have been getting rid of no vintage clothes because vintage clothes is worth a lot of money, and your daughter is in fashions. And then why wouldn't you use it for charity or something like that? Because you was a model, so that means you had some stuff that probably came straight off the runway and whatnot. So that was dumb. There ain't that much love in the river. You need to be like Carrie. You need to be like Carrie on X in the City. She would have never, Carrie would have never got rid of vintage clothing. She built another closet. She sent her man down the hallway to put his things in there. Cause girl, what is you talking? I'm with you when you're right, Chelsea. I'm with you when you're right. Meanwhile, Pamela has an idea. But what could the idea have been? I wonder. Over at the Smitty Martins, they are boring up the joint and chilling. And Martin needs to go pick up some Thai food, and he don't want to go, and they don't deliver, and blah, 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 blah. And that's what happened over there. Now, Pamela wants Andre to model, it seems. And Andre says that he's not giving up his job as a photographer. But they feel Andre could be a big sensation. I mean, you do look like Tay Diggs. A little bit. I mean, a lot of bit. But I don't know about no sensational model and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. I don't know about now. Carlton could definitely, but I don't know about all that. In the white pants season, he definitely. Okay, see, you know what? Who was it that made me say that? Elaine. Now, Elaine, this is your fault. I just said that, Elaine. Elaine, I'm putting that on you. I'm putting that on you, Elaine. I'm putting it on you. All right. Anyway, Chelsea has stopped by, and her daddy, to give her daddy his gift. And this child who he's married to has this ridiculous crown up on his head, like he's a 5-year-old at medieval times castles, like he down to the Disney World, dressing up in one of them sections down there for the cheering. And your husband, ma'am, is too old to be sitting up in here with a crown up. Danny would have never done no foolishness like this. And if you was Burger King crown, you know what you right, girl. It did look like he was having it his way. And it looked like a girl crown on top of that. Let me tell you something. I ain't like none of it. You need to get you somebody that's got some age and some couth about her that ain't gonna be putting this kind of foolishness up on your head. But this what you get, Bill. That's why you about to get this crown and a cupcake, sir. Sick of it. Looking foolish standing up in here. That crown looked just like that thing she got hanging up on that wall over there. Just wrap it around your head. It's the same difference. Why not, sir? Chuck E. Cheese stuff. You know what you right, Raven Maniac. That's some stuff at Chuck E. Cheese. I wouldn't put that on no grown man. Look like a big old grown adult child. That's what Frank G just said. And you sure do sitting up here looking foolish. But I digress. This is just some foolery. Anyway, Chelsea done stopped by to see her daddy. She done bought her daddy a gift and she sits down. And Chelsea Cat also has a line of wallets. So listen here. You men will probably be able to order the wallet line. And listen, they've reached back in time and called the money clip a billfold. Baby, we've been calling this a billfold for a long time. This is what people call their wallets, a billfold. Girl, you ain't made up nothing. Y'all trying to act like y'all made up something. Now, billfold would it been, girl? Although it is new to call the money clip a billfold, but we would usually call the wallet a billfold. But girl, don't be trying to act like y'all made up something. But it was cute. So you men may be able to make an order too. You know, very good marketing. The only other thing I'm gonna say that this show needs to do is to do more YouTube interviews, because YouTube is what's gonna drive this show to continue to be on the air. And I'm not saying that just for myself. They're doing some interviews. I know that that they're busy. I know they're busy. I know their schedules are crazy. But the more interviews you do, the more you will keep the audience engaged and feeling like they are really a part of what's going on, because this audience is what you're going to need to keep this show driving, especially with all that y'all got going on over there at CBS. I'm just saying that. Make some time. And you ain't got to make it over here, but continue to make it in other places, because you're going to need it. And because we don't want the show to go nowhere. That's why I'm saying that. We don't want the show to go nowhere. It needs to be a weekly part of somebody. Y'all need to get in a group and say who doing it this week. And every week y'all need to be on here, because I'm trying to tell you. CBS is trying to CBS on y'all. Anyway. Haley comes back in there. And she's, look at this foolishness. Closer. I didn't even realize I had it closer. Look at this foolishness up on this man's head. This big old tall 7'3" man. Girl, what is this, a belt buckle y'all done bent up and put up on this man's head? Because that's what it's getting. I can't take it. I can't take it. Whoo, Bill, you need to get you a woman, honey. And leave these little girls alone. Leave these cheering where they at. Not cheering, but you know what I'm saying. Leave these young girls where they at now. Leave them alone. Got you in here looking like a complete fool. Like you got on a completed set of Geronimos up in here. Hat included. All right now. Yeah, Chelsea looking at him like, Daddy, you sitting up here looking like a whole fool. A whole fool. And he is. I know when they showed him this, he was like, I don't want to wear that. Like, no, you gotta wear it. You gotta wear it because it's the show. I mean, let me tell y'all something. Haley is diabolical. You gonna take the man out with this on his head, just take all his dignity on the way out the door while you serving up that poisonous cupcake. What cartoon was that years ago where the evil lady gave something to eat to somebody, the poison apple? Girl, you trying to Sleeping Beauty Bill and got a crown up on his head just like Sleeping Beauty would have had on. Now let me move on. Bill do look silly. He look crazy. All right, but anyway, she come back in here. I got a little something special for you, Bill. It's gluten-free. And it's just, ooh, Haley, let me tell you something. I think I can't stand you as much as people couldn't stand Leslie right now. Girl, you is on my nerve. But that's good, though, because that means you're doing your thing in the road. Hold on, Lulu done gave us a super sticker. She said, Haley threw Bill a children's party with no children. Ain't all the kids at the party, Lulu. Bill by himself up in there with this. Child, all we need to do is get up and say, ring around the roses, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Make no sense. Oh, foolish self. All right. Anyway, she done served him up that special cupcake. No gluten, no sugar, just poison. That's all. Just a little something to take you out of here. I'm testing stuff on you today, Bill. But here's the thing you ain't got to worry about. It's not going to affect you with no sugar and no gluten. You know, that's thoughtful. That's very thoughtful of her. Because she could have put some gluten and some sugar in it too. She could have. She's so thoughtful. You're so thoughtful. You think of everything, Haley. You do, girl. Okay, now. Bill didn't want this cupcake. Bill was like, I don't want that. And she was like, what you mean you don't want it? He said, I don't want that. I don't want none of that. So once she left, he switched it out. And he put it on the end and got him a regular cupcake. And I was thinking, I hope Haley ended up eating the cupcake because she deserved to. She probably would have claimed Bill did it to her, even though she was the one that made these cupcakes up in here. But at least he didn't eat the cupcake. Now Naomi and Jacob is still talking, and they having a tense conversation about this baby, and she ain't thrilled about this baby. And no, ain't no decoration. Lulu, she ain't even decorated that house. Why would she decorate for a party? She don't even know how to decorate her own house. Besides that, she ain't about to spend none of her 10 million on no decorations. She got to have all that money. How she gonna knock off $500 for some decorations when she could just stay in the house and cook some cupcakes out of a box for $1.57? Well, maybe $2.50 is what a cake mix may cost now. And she got sprinkles on, got doggone sprinkles on them cupcakes like he a 10-year-old. Just sick of it. But anyway, she do got spring. You know, when you grown, can you at least get regular cupcake frosting? Y'all the cake cooking show. Y'all the frosting show. Any old way, Naomi don't want this baby. And she ain't thrilled about it. And Jacob is trying to be supportive, but at the same time, low-key pressure her still about that baby. And she ain't here for it. She like, no, I don't, no, sir. Absolutely not, sir. I don't think so, sir. But oh well, you know, that's her choice. If she don't want to be something have no baby, she don't want to have no baby. She don't know nothing about birth no baby. She don't want to birth no baby. That's all. That's it. Point blank in the period. Martin will pick up the food and pick up Samantha, and they send Martin out so they could surprise him, so him and this little boy here could work on a little something. That's what happened over there. They could have kept them today. Okay, we got other exciting things going on. We ain't got time to be dealing with stuff over the Smitty Martins. We ain't got time for no weddings that ain't nobody asked for. We don't care if y'all renew no vows. We do not care right now. We got other business. We done tended to y'all business before we put up with that dream all doggo from the beginning to 1973. We dealt with that. We don't want to hit them over with the Smitty Martins. We got other things to talk about right now. June tells Samantha to move on from little Ursha. Girl, let little Ursha go. Don't chase him or be desperate. And Samantha is glad she didn't bake no cake with that little boy. Girl, I cannot believe you talking about baking a cake with little Ursha. Because little Ursha, girl, I done told you them curls and them dimples alone. And that big old smile. Everybody know little Ursha. Little light-skinned Ursha, girl, you may as well let that go. Little Ursha ain't that ain't what you want. That ain't what you want, little girl. He cute, but you better go and let him go, girl. Now, she says, but I feel I can turn things back in my favor with him. And her mother was like, you know, you always were resourceful like that. And she goes over and waits on the table over where Jacob is at. Because she's like, you know, when you were young, there was something you wanted and you ended up getting it and blah, blah, blah. But you better hope that worked when she messing with little Ursha. Because I got the feeling little Ursha is determined. You know how these little boys lie about why they got to do this, that, the fifth, and the third. I hope your daughter. Ooh, Samantha. Girl, you're going to be an after school special. Keep on. Now, she goes over and she's talking to Jacob. And she starts talking about like how's Naomi doing and all of that. And end up asking where their dad is. And oh, Lord. He asked her about where the kid's daddy was. I'm wrong. Now, why are we bringing up June's baby daddy for? Who gonna be the baby daddy? Look, we can't take no more right now. Really true. Who y'all think the baby daddy gonna be? Because you know they done brought it up, and you know there's reason why they brought it up. So now, and you know Jacob probably gonna go digging because you know how Jacob like to be in other people's business. You know how Jacob like to be in other people's business and nobody has to be in. So who y'all? Ted? Ted? No, it can't be Ted. Who y'all think gonna be this baby daddy? Gonna be the kid daddy? Because she sure didn't want to talk about it. We know it ain't Ted because she don't know Ted. I'm trying to think who could be this baby daddy. I don't know. We just gonna have to wait and see, I guess. Okay. Naomi has finally brought her little self on over to Haley. Bill, would you please take this thing off your head? I don't want to see this no more. You big old self sitting up there with this crown on it. Don't even go. They had to add a piece on to the back of this thing. If y'all look at that again, they had to add a piece on the back of this thing. Even Naomi trying not to laugh. Maybe Randy their baby daddy. We don't know. But listen, Even Naomi sitting up here trying not to laugh. Because this is a mess. It's a mess. But anyhow, she done brought him a gift and he's loving his gifts. And then Haley gonna slither her little self back up in there. And appropriately, she's wearing black, And Naomi ends up taking that cupcake down there on the end. And then Haley, it's almost like Haley knew that was the cupcake because she started thinking back to the day she met the Hamiltons. And she appropriately brought them cupcakes. Interesting. She came in meeting the Hamiltons bearing cupcakes. And her cupcakes were so good that Naomi was like, oh my God, girl, you should be selling these. Oh my God. And then she was giving some to her mama and them. And then Bill walked in and he was looking at her because she was acting all whatever. It was really interesting. It was. But anyway, Naomi ended up to be the one that took that cupcake and she was like, oh my God. She was spitting it out. She said, what happened? She said, the cupcakes are let me get this right what she said, because I was like, nah, Naomi said, what happened? Your cupcakes were the only decent thing about you. Ooh, touche. She said, your cupcakes was the only interesting thing. Oh, she said was the only decent thing about you. But you know what? Now Haley must not be too evil because she could have went on and let her eat that cupcake, and she stopped and she was like, no, that was for Bill. You shouldn't be eating that one. This heifer here, girl. Now Pamela is hard pushing for Andre to model, and he don't want to. But after she leaves, Danny pushes it too and adds that you could put it on your resume. You don't have to stop doing, hey, E-Daddy, you don't have to stop doing what you're doing, but you could just add it to your resume. I wish I could put on a crop top like that and look like Danny looking like this because, right now I have a fat roll that will come folding out there. Y'all know some of y'all will have one rolling out there too. I ain't alone. I ain't by myself. Don't try to. But this look cute on. I want to get back to crop top. I want to be crop top ready. I do. Okay. Even at this age, in the house, I can wear it. Okay, anyway. Jacob and June keep talking, and wait a minute. And she's appreciative to him for his help that he's given her so much, over the time since he met her. And she's gained so much, she says, since then. And she starts telling him that he would make a great dad and doesn't even know Naomi is with child. But she just starts talking about, you would make a really great dad yourself. And he wants her to find joy in unexpected surprises. That's what he wants Naomi to do. He's like, I just want her to find joy in unexpected surprises like she used to. This is a gift that keeps going and going. This gift don't go away. And that might be the problem with her. This ain't like giving her no ring, no shoes, unexpected. This ain't no vacation. This goes on and on and on and on and on to the break of dawn. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I'm trying to tell you. And Naomi says she don't want it, even though I think if she is, I don't know why I think she's going to keep this baby. I don't know. I think she is, but we'll see. Bill ain't eating that cupcake. He said, it's my day and I don't want no gluten-free, poison-full cupcake up in here today. You can have that. I don't want it. So Haley gets him into the kitchen with her, leaving Naomi and Chelsea. But this was the look Chelsea was giving while Haley was up there talking that stuff. Maybe next year, this time, Bill, you and I will have a baby and working on our second one. And you goo. And Chelsea was like, yeah. I don't want anybody talking to my daddy like that neither. No, thank you. Get out of here with that move, ma'am. So she leaves out, and the girls sit there and start talking. And Chelsea was like, something's wrong with you, so you may as well just tell me what's going on. And she's like, no, I don't really want to get into it. She said, well, listen, you need to find a person that you can talk to, and you need to talk to them. Okay? I'm glad Haley had left out though, because I was tired of looking at her. I can't with Haley right now. I just don't want to. I just Haley done got on my nerves. She takes the ass. Now Danny wants Andre to go head on and model. I think this is where I lost these pictures at, so I'm just gonna go back up here. Here's that picture, Danny and Andre. I'm just gonna use this. So Danny wants Andre to go head on and model. Like she's really pushing this modeling thing. Why y'all trying to act like Andre the finest thing? He's a nice looking man. Don't get me wrong, he is. But why are we acting like he Tyson Beckford or somebody with a real different face or something? You know what I'm saying? You know, you regular smegular nice looking. You nice looking, but you regular smegular, sir. I don't know. But this what they want. So, go ahead. I don't know. But anyway, she's trying to convince him that he's so handsome and natural and he needs to not hide behind the camera. He needs to be in front of the camera. And Andre just wants his closet space right now. That's all Andre's husband got on his mind. Child, what side of the closet am I to occupy? I don't want to hear nothing about this modeling. It's going to take Ashley to do that, girl. If Ashley tell him to model, then he'll be right out there. Click, cover girl of the world. Work it, girl. He'll be in there working it. Now, Haley assures Bill that she will take care of him forever and always. I mean, that's only for another week, so why not? Forever is only for the next 5-7 days. So, yeah. This girl right here. This look right here. Ugh. Jacob and Martin get a chance to chat while he was picking up Samantha. And he don't want to ever go through the stuff that he did before. That he did, with hide and stuff. They're on to new beginnings. Blah, 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 blah. I told you we ain't got time to deal with y'all. We got bigger fish to fry. Now, Naomi then went to the hospital to see Ashley. She wants to talk, and she lets her know that she's probably expecting and she needs her help. And Jacob seems like a different person since they got the news that she could be expected. And Naomi seems very torn about this. Poor baby. Andre finally gets to see the closet space that he's going to have, but they on to some pool party activities. First, let's bake a cake. At Orpha Jean's, Jacob and June sit down and chat about the kids and all of these types of things and how he would have a family. If he had a family, what that would look like for him. I would want to just have my kids. I would want to have a bunch of TV going and just spending time with the kids. And, he really painted a really great picture. And June was like, I can see that you would really be a great father, which was nice. Naomi wants a blood test done to see if she's with child or not. And she asked her if she could rush it up. Belinda said, y'all got to hit the like button. She said, can y'all rush it up? She was like, no, that hits a red flag if that happens. So you're just going to have to wait. But yes, I can get it done for you, but I can't push it through. If I do that, that's going to hit a red flag. So no, we can't do that. So she's like, okay. She said, it'll take a little time, but the results will be back. And I'm like, And then they're going to be like, there was a trace of this or that in your system. How that get in there? And then she's going to be like, that cupcake. And I hope you can warn your daddy before he eat anything else over there to haters, honey. I hope you can. I hope you do. Because this heifer right here, with this look on her face right here, is up to no good, baby. No good. Back at the Smitty Martins, there's a pre-proposal going on. And Martin is surprised. And so is Samantha. And I'm just saying, we could have did something else to end this episode. We had so much going on. I feel that this scene here could have been pushed up because we ain't got time for it, okay? Because we needed to end with more excitement. Don't y'all do this no more. We ending with this stuff on this side, on this sad note, when we got so much excitement and new stuff going on. We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. You call her a mini monster. Jasmine. Jasmine said, this mini monster. All right, y'all. So tomorrow afternoon, so here's your choice. Either tomorrow afternoon we can do this because tomorrow is, let me make sure that I'm right before I say this. Hold on one second. Y'all hold on. Let me just ask the phone. Okay, hold on. Boop, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop, boop. Tomorrow's the 17th, right? So tomorrow is the Daytime Emmy Awards, for which we know that our show is not included. But baby, not to worry. We will be having our own award show called The Gaties, the Gatekeepers Daytime Emmy Awards. And we're going to call it the Gaty Awards. Hey, Erica Vane, we're going to call it the Gaty Awards. So the members were the only ones that got to vote on these categories that we had. So please come tomorrow to find out if you agree or not agree with who got an award. We chose a rook from the chess set because we were the gatekeepers. You see what I'm saying? And that's the piece on the chessboard that does the protecting. So really they're the gatekeepers, if you will. See what I'm saying? So therefore we're having the Gaty Awards. And so do y'all want to do this tomorrow around 4:15? Or do y'all want to do this included in the foolishness tomorrow night? Let me know. The first 3 people to agree will be the ones that will make the decision on that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Get the typing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. 4:15 tomorrow, or included in Friday night's activities. Do 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 do. Ain't nobody voted on it yet. Tomorrow at 4:15 by itself, or do we include it in tomorrow's night fish fry, the Gaty Awards? Do 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 do. Friday's activities. Do do do. Thank you, Jasmine Williams. Do 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 do. Yes, Miss Jen. Don't give me no time. Either 4:15 or with Friday night. Do 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 do. Do 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 ba da 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 da. Jasmine, you might be the one gonna make the decision because ain't nobody else saying nothing. Do nightly, okay? Friday. All right, so Friday night it is. Friday night activities. All right, so we're gonna be in here. We're gonna be in here for a minute tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to get us started at 7 tomorrow. Cause y'all know y'all be trying to be in here all night long. Y'all know. Y'all know. Erica, I saw part of your review for Sisters yesterday. I don't watch that show because I ain't got that channel, girl. But I hung in there while I came in and gave my like and everything. Because we got to do the like up. We got to hit the like button when we in there. Okay. I like that choice image because you're a chess player too. I don't play chess, but I do want to learn. I think I do want to learn. I think I do want to learn. Mm-hmm. Y'all say hey to Miss Erica Bain in here from Erica Bain TV. Like y'all don't see this, she's a superstar to me over here. Okay, I don't know what y'all talking about. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. Well, listen. So let me see if I can get y'all one question. Hold on. We're gonna do one deep dive question. Okay. We're gonna do one deep dive question or put one thing on trial. And I know y'all want to put Haley on trial. I already know y'all do. I already know. But I think I think I'm gonna make y'all save all of your feelings for Haley for tomorrow. Today I want to know, what are your feelings about let me see which one I'm gonna choose. Hold on, let me think about it. Because it definitely won't be Martin and Smitty and them. That's Smitty Martin's. We listen, I need y'all to go and take their storyline off the table because we don't care about that right now. We need to know about Bill. We need to know about Doug. We need to know about Bill and Danny. We got bigger fish to fry. I even take Derek getting up out that chair. I will. I really will. Okay. So let me think about what we have seen today. Let me look back on these notes. And y'all can do a deeper dive into some of this. Hold on. Not June. Mm-mm. Jacob and Naomi. Mm-mm. Uh, no. Mm-mm. So we just gonna have to look at the Jacob and Naomi situation. I was so disappointed because I couldn't get into the members only chat. Everyone was into vote. Oh, I'm sorry. Belinda, I don't know what I did wrong yesterday because y'all all was somehow finding it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I had did, girl, but see that mean I got to get back on here and practice again because I had been off here for a few days and I was sitting here going, how do I do my membership? I don't really know. Erica, girl, let me tell you something. Them graphics and stuff you got going over there, I was looking like, I was like, how do I get some stuff like this too? Why you got this looking like this? Girl, you got that looking like that over there. You got TV. What's this? This is cute. I was like, oh my God. She got words up on the screen. How's she doing all that? Oh my God. Girl, that is cute. Okay. So listen, all right, here go my question now. About Naomi not wanting a child. Okay. So what happens? How do y'all feel about you marry somebody and you go, do you want children? And I said, no, I don't want children. Okay, good. So we two people that don't want children because I want to stay focused on my career and all of that. So is Jacob wrong for now wanting a child? Now that one has come up, he's never put pressure on her about having one. And is Jacob wrong for wanting a child now that one has come? I mean, the baby here, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? This ain't Invisalign. This a real baby. This ain't little baby Invisalign. The Haley was over there lying about that. But anyway, this is a real baby done come up. So do you think that Jacob is wrong for wanting a child now since the baby is, more or less him? Okay. Okay. Or do you think that she should ease up a little bit and maybe consider having this baby because that's what Jacob wants? What y'all think? What y'all think? Oh, I broke this down in my breakdown for today's episode. I love this convo. Ooh, girl. Let me see what time it is. You want to come up and talk about it for a minute, Erica? Let me know. I'll drop the thing. I'll be super mad because I don't want a kid myself, but I stay single for that reason, amongst others. Oh, okay, Doris. Hold on one second, please. Okay, sorry for the interruption. All right, hold on for a minute, Erica. Let me find this link so that I can drop it for you. Hold on. Copied. Y'all know I can never get on this thing in peace. Somebody gonna need something for I can get done every time. Okay, wait a minute. What happened? Let me try that again. Nope. Hold on. I don't know what my thing is doing here. Let's try it again. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's different now. All right, there you go. No, that's not the right thing. Child, hold on. I don't believe that's the right link. Hold on, Eric. I don't think that's the right link. I don't know what that just did. Okay, there you go. me move my headset. Oh, let me see what you guys are talking about until Erica makes it up here. Okay. This has stirred something in Jacob. He's not wrong because he can't find his feelings, but Naomi is not wrong if she really doesn't want a child to be pressured into having one. She will lose him down the line, or he will lose her. No, Jacob is not wrong, but if it was Jacob that didn't want a child, we would accept his decision a lot faster. Oh, okay, that's a good point. They never had. They had. Wait. They had never been challenged before about parenthood before now because it was just talk. Naomi should just make sure she is never with child again since she really doesn't want one. Or Jacob could go take care of that. But then again, since she the one that don't want it, yeah. Yeah, they might as well break up if they don't want different if they want different things. No, they ain't got to break up now. Cause I mean, he signed on saying that he didn't want anything. And I think Jacob wants to honor that with her. The only problem is that now that there is a baby almost here, he's like, man, I think I might want one. So I guess if you don't think about it, you're not thinking about it. But once once one is almost here or within hand's reach, he's probably thinking, wait a minute, maybe I do want a baby. Now he gets to, if he's been pushing that down or thought he didn't want it, now maybe he does. Jasmine says, see y'all tomorrow. Okay, girl. Let's see. If they truly don't want children, Jacob should have had the snip snip. No, I think she should have something done, not him, because in the future he may want someone with somebody else. If she's the one saying that she don't really want none. So I don't know if he should have to alter himself forever, because you never know what the future may hold. So I think if anybody should have something done, it should be her. I agree, Frank G. Life. They both seem to be highly intelligent and strong willed individuals. To change either of their minds later in life is okay, but it's each one's prerogative is really okay. Yeah. Okay, Erica, I see you. Hold on. Jacob never pressured Naomi to have children, but since she is expecting with Bill, now he's seeing it as a blessing, not a curse. Right. I think so. All right, let me take this picture down. Hold on one second, you guys. Where's this picture at? Let me take that down. And let me take this comment down. And Erica Bain, welcome to the stage. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I like that pink you had on today. That's cute.
Thanks. I'm
That's
recording
a
a
pretty.
bunch for my
Oh,
channel.
yeah, that's
I
a pretty
literally
color.
just popped over here because I'm like uploading my breakdown, and I was like, oh, I
Oh,
think shit is live. Let me go try to check it out. I've been so busy
oh,
lately.
oh, yeah. I did a brunch this weekend, so I got no sleep and missed
Oh,
about 3 days, and then messed around and missed another day this week taking care of some other stuff. I was like, wait a minute, this never happens.
child, life, man. Life would just start life, and all of a sudden,
I know, I know. So, what's your take on the Naomi and Jacob thing?
well, first of all, I love it, period. Like I love that this is a storyline
Mhm,
because it's uncommon to be able to see this conversation happen in mainstream media in the way
mhm,
that it is being had. I
mhm,
think we have been normalized of like women have babies and that's just is what it is. And if the woman
mhm,
isn't aspiring to have babies, it's like, what's wrong with you? So this Naomi character and her position on it creates a wrinkle in the pattern, and I love a pattern interruption.
mhm,
I think that they are also modeling healthy communication within relationships in
mhm,
the struggle and in the conversation and in the back and forth of this. Like I know that it's not easy to watch. It's uncomfortable to see, to be
mhm,
watching them go at it,
mhm,
having two different sides of this particular argument, but the way that they handle it and the way that they're handling each other to me seems extremely healthy, which is
mhm,
also just a story in and of itself. And I
mhm.
don't think either of them are wrong.
Yeah, I don't think they are either. Yeah, because like I said, I think Jacob was along for the ride until the baby came up. And now that the baby came up, he's like, wait, maybe I do want a baby. Like, why can't we just keep it?
And I think also life. I talked about this in my video today.
Mhm,
you don't know what you don't know, and we all
Mm-hmm.
been, this is our first time being here, right? And
Mm-hmm.
as you go through life, you experience certain things, you shift, your mindset shifts. So I'm 100% in agreement that maybe Jacob was like serious. He didn't want kids. He could
Mm-hmm.
understand not wanting to have kids before they got married, but then they got into the marriage and then they started living.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jacob that we see right now in the show, he is not necessarily fully jaded by his job, but he's not able to do everything that he wants. And he's seeing that things aren't how they should be at his job. When it comes to like navigating personal life, what he has Derek as a best friend, which he's pouring all into Derek, and Derek to me is not as reciprocal, the same way that I don't think that Ashley is reciprocal to Naomi. So you're not being met there, right, equally, or having reciprocity there. When it comes to family, like, you're a part of the Duprees, but like not really, because at the end of the day, when it comes time to choose, Naomi's going to choose the damn Duprees over you. I think that now he could be shifted into a place of like seeing how unfair the world is, having gone up against a bunch of different obstacles, and like wanting something for himself to stake claim to and to feel like he has control over. And if you start to build your own family, it's like, okay, out of everything, like my little world within a world. And I don't think he's wrong for that.
Mm-mm. I think that two people, and I think this is why people start to have problems when they've been married a long time, because especially sometimes as women, we don't like for things to change too much.
Mm,
And so it's like, well, we went to dinner every Friday. Now we don't go to dinner no more. But you have to know, after you've been together 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you are not the same person that went into this marriage 5, 10,
mm-hmm.
15, 20 years ago, because you're always evolving. So
Yep.
it's like you said, I don't eat chocolate ice cream, but maybe your wife uh, served it up one time in a way that you were like, wait a minute, I kind of like chocolate ice cream. So I agree with him with the baby. I think he was on board until a baby got on board. And he was like,
Yeah.
well, why couldn't we keep it? But at the same time, I think he's trying to push his real feelings down while he
Really?
allows her. Yeah, I think he's trying to push his real feelings down while he's trying to give her space to do what she wants to do. I'm not saying he's doing a perfect job at it, but I think he's
I
trying to push
respect it,
it down.
honestly.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
he is, I respect it, because he that's also something that women are not necessarily afforded, which is why I will never stop giving Jacob his flowers for how he navigates this relationship. Like, I know it's been said of like, oh, he's weak and people don't look at him as the man to like model after, but I wish more men would, because he's willing to take the hit in these conversations and like create as much space as possible for her to express herself, which is ultimately not what we are normalized to do. Women are normalized to sacrifice how we feel and what we think and what we want to do for the betterment of whomever we love around us, or whatever they think, or whatever they think will be or make them most comfortable. So I can see that, but I also feel like he's doing a really great job of while treading lightly, still communicating, which again is mirroring like when he said today, I can't say anything right, like, I'm trying to distract you, that's not right. I try to state my opinion, that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not from a place
Mm-hmm.
of like trying to manipulate her or guilt her in a moment. It's just saying
Mm-hmm.
exactly how he feels so that she can deal with what he is actually saying. When a lot of times, a lot of the conflict that we get into, we be arguing with people based off of what they didn't say or what they are hiding,
Mm-hmm.
but they are being 100% honest about how each of them feels about this particular thing, so you can actually deal with it. So I guess, yes, I can agree that, he is downplaying his own feelings to it, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't think he's doing it to his own detriment. I think he's doing it to keep the conversation open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think at some point though, Naomi has to realize that she's not in this on her own either. Like, I think the decision, like people always said, the decision lies with the woman in the end of it all. But at the
Hmm.
same time, she at some point she's going to have to deal with the fact that he's got some feelings too. Not even if it doesn't sway her decision, like you at least got to allow him space to have what he feels be heard.
Yeah, and I've been saying this like 100 episodes ago, because I did not like when Naomi shut down Jacob having concerns about his dad, when his dad confronted him and basically was like, "Well, you be lying too." But it's like, you kill people, sir. I actually just don't go arrest the priest. Like, that's two
Mm-hmm.
totally different things. And he
Mm-hmm.
tried to like have a conversation with Naomi about it, and she's just like, "Oh, well, you're just doing a lot." Like, she downplayed it so much because she was more focused on the Duprees and like protecting them in that
Mm-hmm.
moment. So for me, with them moving forward,
Excuse me.
let's say they move forward and she has an abortion
Well,
and he agrees to it. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now you need to double down and being on this man's side, because the thing that I'm seeing that's driving him forward to like want this baby is because he wants to solidify y'all's family unit and he wants something of his own. His father has now shown him that this isn't what it is and you can't actually look to him. So he don't even have the same regards to his daddy. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what's going on with his mama. Like, you are his family. And if you are going to be his only family, then you need to be in his corner. You need to show up for him in the ways that he needs, the same way that he's showing up for you in this decision in a way that you need.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that Jacob is a great husband. I think he is a good person. I think he's sincere, he's sweet, he's thoughtful, and that he's a stand-up guy. But the only thing for Jacob is that he's in the wrong line of work to be as honest as he is. I just think it's dangerous for him in the line of work that he's in, because these people, they don't cotton to that like that.
Well, we kind of need the Jacobs to be that, so that there's not a complete cesspool, like I think
Hmm.
about doctors who I know I turned away, and originally I was supposed to be a doctor and I had a plan for that, but I decided not to actually go through with this simply because I didn't like how embedded our pharmaceutical industry is in
Hmm.
healthcare, and I don't believe that regular doctors in the United States are trained to help people. They're trained to get people on drugs, and I didn't
Hmm.
want to do that. But there are people who persisted and needed to do that and are operating in a space where they are thinking of the patient's best interest, who are trying to battle against the evil forces within what are supposed to be our pivotal institution. So I get it is dangerous for him, but I kind of respect him more for being who he is in the space that he is, because if those people don't exist, then there's completely no checks and balances for the wrong.
hmm What do you think about the new writer that showed up? The new writer showed up and the writing just went woo in a whole different in a whole different other direction. I was like, girl, can you give us a little warning?
So are you talking about Jamie?
I don't, I had her name in here yesterday, but she's the new
This is a
second
guy. So
chair.
I
The
think it's a
new
bunch of new writers. I really haven't been paying attention to, like, aside from Jamie's episode, which was a while ago, which was a pivot episode, I haven't been paying attention to who wrote what.
Is
I
Jamie's
am
last name
enjoy
Thomas?
no.
Okay, somebody Thomas has second chair now, and I can't think of
Oh,
her
okay.
first
I
name.
do think that we're in a
Yeah.
great space writing wise, but
Hmm.
then I also am trying to give grace all around,
Hmm.
because this is also a new show. It's a new soap. Like, they had to establish
Hmm.
the world, and it takes
Right.
time to actually do that. It takes time to figure out what's working and what's not working. It takes time to try a bunch of things.
Hmm.
So I personally am not necessarily chalking it up to like, oh, the new writers are just doing a great thing. I think that they have established characters now with
Hmm.
very distinct points of view, and now we get to really get to what we need to get to versus establishing everything.
I thought that Haley was going to be dirty, but I didn't expect all this.
I'm glad, Jen. I'm just so glad it's something, because she is wearing on my nerve. I'm like, the girl is just sitting here being pretty and I'm
Right.
over it.
Right. Yeah, but all those things that people thought about her, like some people, they were really thinking she was this angelic angel, and I'm like, no, she can't be that. It's something else coming about her.
I knew she didn't love him from the jump. I said, no, girl, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
Danny loves that man. That's what that love
Mm-hmm.
looks like.
Mm-hmm.
This is some other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. This look, as silly as it sounds, I'm like, the fact that you ain't do nothing to that house was enough for me. You.
And it's connecting the dots now of like why they had to be in Fairmont Crest. Because if you only needed this man, then you would have taken him and ran off into the sunset with him and his
Right.
money, had him
Right.
commuting to his office.
Right.
But you needed to be in the mix. You needed to be at this place to keep most of the things the same so that you can exact your plan and take all his money while he's still perpetrating certain a fraud. Like, girl, yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
writing was on the wall.
Yeah, but this thing that they have thrown in here now, I'm sitting here going, so is she gonna run off and not be on the show for a while? Or okay, or is they about to do something with Bill? Or wait a minute, what's about to
That's
it's just
that's
like,
what makes it so good. There's so many ways that they
yeah.
can do this.
Yeah, it's too many, it's so many questions.
I
It's
definitely think that we're going to
so
get into a space like as they get renewed for more. So hopefully they make it past season 2. They're shooting that now. Um, I think that they're setting themselves up to be able to rotate cast really well. So I wouldn't be
mhm,
surprised if at some point Haley runs away and is gone for quite a while and then comes back.
mhm. That would be, yeah, that would be the smart thing to do. No, to do, because I don't think Doug is gone.
Oh, I think that Doug is deader than a doornail.
You think so?
They did a whole farewell for him on his last episode, like behind the scenes.
I saw that, but I was still like, I'm not buying it.
And also I felt like they was also uninspired. Like I think that they realized they messed up in who they cast for Doug. I don't think that
Really?
Doug should have been a black man. No.
Oh, oh, okay. Now let's see. Now I have to think about that. Now, why do you think he shouldn't have been?
I don't think he should have been a black man specifically because this is the only black show, the black soap, and
Oh, okay.
how Doug is the pathetic man for him to be a pathetic black man in an interracial relation. Like they did not take into consideration all of the other things that they would have to speak to and have to account for that they just didn't. They just had him fumbling about doing pathetic things, not standing up for himself, but also not communicating how he feels about any of those things. And those things tell me that they did not actually think that they was going to need to address certain things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, we got the setup for some really interesting things to come down the turnpike. I just keep saying I hope they fix Leslie because I love my Leslie. I do. I love the character, but we need to do something else with her besides all this buffoonish stuff, you know.
Well, what do you mean by fix her? How you feel like she
Okay,
broken?
so oh, Lord, she's just Leslie. Just there's no meat to the role for her right now. Like it's just they have her doing all these evil things to people, and I'm just like, girl, are you got this money? Why you not doing something with that makes sense? And then why you coming here and tear down a whole perfectly great house in order to build something else? Like, what is the purpose of? I'm not getting it no more. You're doing all this stuff in front of Ted and his children and the woman. I just need for Leslie to have something for real to do.
I agree. So I get what you're saying now. I definitely think that they need to start giving her something more. I think yesterday's breakdown, I said they need to be lining up a mental health arc for her because
Mhm.
it has to be some type of mental health issue that has you pursuing Ted of all people. Like you're in Fairmont Crest, you have all of this money, you're not trying to hunch on nobody else, ma'am. You don't want to make cake with nobody else, just Ted.
She could do the things that she's doing, but give her a purpose on the show.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And then
right.
why and then let it be that you don't know she's doing this stuff behind the scenes, or
Mm-hmm.
she's powerful, but ooh, Leslie will do some stuff, you know. But right now, she don't do she ain't done nothing since we met her.
And we're also not getting any type of internal thoughts for her in reference to like her reflecting on the things that she's doing. So it's one thing for her to have this circular goal, like chasing Ted, and that's it. But they're also not giving us any type of insight into how she actually feels about it. If she actually thinks that she has a chance, if she actually believes that she's going to marry Ted once they're divorced, like they need to dive deeper into where they're at, or they need to move her into another space for sure.
But right now, there's no one for Leslie on the show.
Her little mini me.
No, I mean like a guy. There's no guy on the show for her.
I mean,
Everybody's
she could have
taken.
went for Carlton.
She could
There's
have, but
plenty of
then they
eligible
gave her
men.
to Nicole.
You said what?
They could. That's what I thought, but they gave him to Nicole.
I mean, she's seemingly a fan of taking things from Nicole. So,
Okay, well that's yeah.
and listen, she slept with her mama. Man, I don't think that she's going to sleep with Tomas because she has
Oh
some type
my
of issue with
god.
Latin men. Like the way that she talks about Latin men, I'm like,
Oh
girl,
my
you something
god.
wrong. But
Yeah, I need Peaches to come back to the front of the room and explain that. Because she just threw that out there and just went, I'm like, wait a minute, ma'am.
yeah, she's a very talented actress, so they could definitely give her more. I also think that now that I'm really thinking about it, right? Because I've been saying this too of like, okay, Leslie, enough. I think they're trying to keep her going because she is a very active part of the show. But
Mhm.
in the moments where her storylines are not prominent and she's not doing big catastrophic things, other things have come up. So that has created space for that. So I'm like maybe they haven't found their footing and like how to handle her when she's not the primary pushing the story
Mhm.
forward.
Mhm. I mean, yeah, because we even bringing on the impersonator Jackie.
For Thanksgiving, I don't know what that is
Yeah,
about.
yeah. Maybe it's just given. To what is her name? Why can't I say this lady?
Tamara.
Toonie, Miss Toonie. Okay, to give her a chance to stretch her chops some more, because I'm like, so are you gonna come on and you gonna play yourself playing Jackie playing you, or
Mm-hmm.
Jackie playing Jackie?
Yep.
It'd be more interesting to watch you play Jackie than it would be to watch you playing Jackie playing you. Because that would be weird for somebody to sit across the table from you anyway, imitating you all night long. So I'm like, so maybe they just want to maybe she just wants another that chance to stretch her acting chops some more. I don't know. But we don't
Probably.
need to do too much of that no more either. Let's not
Right. That's
keep
just
bringing
a little
on.
light for
Yeah,
giggles type stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
for
Oh, here's
sure.
somebody that looks just like Danny, and Danny playing herself all over. Let's not do too much of that.
Mm-mm.
Hmm. All right. Well, anyway, I got to go ahead and do something for my mom. But I'm so grateful for you coming up and talking with us tonight about your thoughts on Naomi and Jacob. Because usually I don't find them too interesting.
Yeah. I
But
love it,
this
but
is giving them some
I'm
interest.
into that though. Like I'm into the like deep interpersonal relationships and the conversations that you need to have, but we shy away from. Like that is my bag. So I'm like really loving it here.
Yeah, I'd be giving it to Jacob, but I think Jacob is a good guy. I really do.
He is so good.
Yeah, he's a good, and I hope they don't change him,
Oh well,
because it
you
ain't a
might as
lot
well
of that
prepare
going on.
yourself.
It's not a lot of that going. All the men have daddy issues.
Mm-hmm.
I really haven't heard Vernon speak on his dad, but all these men got daddy issues that they've spoken about. Uh, Everybody can't keep him. I just so
But
please leave
also
Jacob
that
alone.
kind of tracks, right?
Mhm.
Like it tracks for real life. That's one thing I like remind people in conversation because, we don't love to see it. It's like it's a little bit too real, but it's real.
But girl, we ain't tuning in here for real life. We can watch real life for real life.
Oh, y'all
We
not
said-
tuning in for real?
no, we ain't.
I'm
No,
tuning in for
no.
real specifically because only on the TV, right, are you
Uh,
going to get a full exploration of what's real. In real life, you get people who going to run, who's going to continue to perpetuate betrayal and trauma. But on the page, or at least for me, because I'm a writer as well, I
uh,
actually get to work out the thing.
okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I
You got,
feel you.
yeah.
Thank you so much for
Get an
having
honest
me. Keep
beginning.
up the
Oh,
great
you're
work.
welcome. Thank you, girl. I'm trying. I'm struggling, but I'm trying. Okay.
We all struggling. Trust. I'm over here struggling too.
Oh, I love the look of your page with the stuff. I was like, what is that on the screen? She got words on the screen. What is
Wait,
that?
what part?
I
I'm
don't know.
confused.
Y'all was over there talking, and y'all was first of all, y'all was on the screen with a different overlay over the top of y'all, and
Oh,
then
for
it
our
had
sister's
words.
keeper
No,
last night.
your comments were on the screen.
Ah,
Like,
yes. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna drop my. I don't know if I can share links in your chat, but I you can join my Discord and I can send you
wait a
whatever.
minute, Erica. I don't mean to sound like this girl, but what's a Discord girl? What's that?
Oh, you don't have Discord? Okay.
No, I'm a lady of a particular
Wait,
age, girl.
did you hit me up on Instagram? I don't have another way to communicate. You don't have to
Okay.
do Discord. I just assumed, so that's my bad.
Wait, let me find you on the Instagram. I
Um,
don't know if I seems like I went over here, but let me make sure I'm in the right account first because I've been working on that Ladies Who Brunch stuff. Okay. Kavane.
it's ericavane.com,
Oh,
all
on
spelled
here.
out.
My stuff wants to be moving slow.
No worries.
Wait, ericavane.com on Instagram?
Yes, but the dot is spelled out, so it's DOT.
Oh. That would make all of the difference in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you are. Let me
Yeah, so
follow you.
DM me so then I'll have a way to like communicate with you outside of the chats, and then
Okay, wait.
just ask me what you want to see, and I don't know, I'll maybe screen record and show you what I
Girl, look,
use.
right now, right now, I'm still in the midst of. I tried to do a members thing yesterday, and they was like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Where are y'all?" Because I'm over here. Where you over here? So I'm still trying to figure just out the regular stuff. But I just admired it. I doubt that I'm ready to cross over to all because that was I was like, "Ooh, that's fabulous."
I try. I
That's
try to I try to tailor all my visuals to things, but they are very simple. Like they're very
yeah.
easy things to do once
Look,
you.
by the time I figure that out, you'll be on the 17 other thing. You'll be like, what I was doing, what, 3 years ago? You'll be like, yeah, girl, I finally figured that
Listen,
out.
It's a journey. It's a journey, honey. We all on some journey at some point. But yeah, I definitely got your back, and anything I can help with, just let me know.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much again.
No problem. Have a good night,
All right.
y'all.
You too. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. And Erica Bain, shout out to you for coming over and joining and coming up and chatting with us tonight. We really appreciated that. Real cool always to hear her insight on things. And she has a really interesting way of looking at things, a true breakdown of things that I really enjoy because I like a good conversation. So I really enjoy that. All right, let me right quick say thank you to the mods. So you guys say thank
Thank you, Mod Squad. KB Mommy, Destiny H, Below Didi, and Cousin Linda. Thank you.
And also thank you, Miss Belinda Hill, Raven Maniac, and to Elaine T. All of you guys help make a difference, along with every single one of you who come over here and hang out with me. Tomorrow, we got a lot packed. I'm going to try to start at 7 o'clock tomorrow because we got our awards presentation. And then we have the review, and which I might, depending on what happened, I might not really do a review, do something short, and then get on to hearing what y'all got to say because this week was a lot. This week was a lot. I was really sad to see Real Talk says she's not going to be over here no more because she says she can't take it. She don't like the way this show turned and she can't take it. So maybe one day she'll be back. We don't know. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a great evening. And listen, I do hope you're having a great day. And if not, there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.